This is a land of opportunity. It doesn't matter what race you are.
Nope.
No, not really.
No, I didn't know about that.
I'm really not surprised because I was around during that era.
Something I never really thought about, like associated with him.
It's not what you associate Nixon with.
So when I think of civil rights, I think of Abraham Lincoln, and that's really it.
Even though it was gutsy, we were ready for it.
In 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in Brown v. Board of Education that segregation in public schools was unconstitutional. By 1970, 7 southern states continued to drag their feet. President Nixon took office in 1969 and decided to take action.
No man can be fully free while his neighbor is not. To go forward at all is to go forward together. This means black and white together as one nation, not two.
On October 29, 1969, the United States Supreme Court ordered the immediate desegregation of public schools in the American South.
Let me be very direct and very candid. Unitary school system must replace the dual school system throughout the United States.
It declared Brown to be right in both constitutional and human terms. Nixon appointed Secretary of Labor George Shultz to help lead the effort.
The law having been determined, it is the responsibility of those in the federal government, and particularly the responsibility of the President of the United States, to uphold the law.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from a professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit is on TV, you know.
Before Nixon took office, 68% of black children in the South were attending.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from a professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit is on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We're live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit John.
Yeah, I'm totally #1 soul, brother. Welcome to a Thursday night edition of Hoodviewpolitics, where we get to everything political. So while you enter to our domain, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and also that notification bell so when you know when your boys are about to slide.
Most definitely. If you're new here, you do not know what to expect. If you've been here before, you know what's going on here. We chasing MAGAs and coons, MAGAs and coons. Let's not forget about your Puerto Ricans too, and your white ladies too. You're not gonna forget about your asses too. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you on the list. Welcome to anybody worldwide checking out Hoodview Politics. We appreciate y'all a whole lot for taking the time out to check your boys out. Appreciate y'all to the bottom of our heart. You know what I'm saying? Dog, what's going on with you?
Hey, shit. It's cold as a motherfucker. A little bit under the weather. Should be out the house tonight, but here I am.
No bullshit, bro.
Chest, so.
This cold is different cold than DC cold usually be, bro. Like, it get cold, yeah, but this type of cold?
Colder, bro. Nigga ought to be some heat. But I braved it tonight. It is what it is. Let's get it on. But before we get shit on this up. Got a lot of shit to talk. Got a lot of tough guy shit to talk. shit that blew up all in your face. You ain't got shit to say. You want to duck debate. You don't want no matters. I ain't going nowhere. Easy to fucking find. If I said something wrong, you have an opportunity to get me right. But evidently, I ain't said nothing wrong. We told you what the fuck was gonna happen. And you dumb motherfuckers out there are feeling the brunt of it. That's why you motherfuckers don't jump out there. Because you know what? Them two wild ass loudmouth niggas was right. That's why you don't want to. That's why motherfuckers don't want to come back on the file. That's why the motherfuckers don't want to answer the call, because you're chicken shit. You don't want to come on. And I ain't talking about our main rivals out there that be posting every week that we on, you know, because y'all keep it real. Y'all believe what y'all believe. I might not agree with you, but I respect where you're coming from, because that's your belief, and I gotta give you respect because that's what you stand on. Those who do this every week, and y'all know who I'm talking about. But the ones that want to jump out there and want to talk all that bad guy shit, that tough guy shit, that gun shit, and all that old other bullshit, but then run when the shit goes south. Y'all the motherfuckers I'm talking about. Y'all some bitches. Y'all some cowards. Y'all some sucker motherfuckers. When y'all talking all that shit, you couldn't shut you motherfuckers up, you know? And I'm motherfucking pissed off because I had to do something today that I never thought I would have to fucking do. First, I'm looking up some shit because all you dumbass farmers out there, all you dumbass farmers out there that voted for Trump, excuse me, that voted for Trump, and now you're on the verge of losing your farm in 30 days. I'm going to lose my farm. I'm going to lose my farm. I was looking at that. And then I seen something popped up that really affected me. It affected me personally, and affected a lot of people that I know personally. I'm sitting there scrolling my timeline, and I see this thing about April 1st, I believe. Yeah, April 1st. Medicare is ending telehealth and home hospital care for, I ain't gonna say some people, a lot of people. Now, fortunate for me, my mama's still alive. My mama's in her 70s, but she don't get around like she used to. She don't drive anymore. My aunt, who's like my mother, I drive her at times back and forth to the doctor. If one of my other brothers and sisters or one of her children is not there or unavailable, I do it. So it don't affect me in that fashion, but they do use telehealth just like I use telehealth. I got a brother who's bedridden through no fault of his own. That's what life dealt him. He used telehealth and motherfucking home hospital care. So I have to figure out what the fuck is going to happen to him. And this is because you dumb motherfuckers out there, some dumb motherfuckers out there made an uninformed decision, wanted to be a smart ass, wanted to be this, that, and the third, wanted to be right, wanted to go against the grain, and all this other shit. And you got people out here who is really going to suffer. And you know who's going to really suffer is the people that I tell you about all the fucking time. It's you white people who live out in rural areas who don't have the hospitals that we have here in the cities, who don't have the amount of doctors, because there's a shortage of doctors out in rural areas. It's just like there's a shortage of doctors in the motherfucking in the cities, and there's a shortage of good doctors everywhere. So you got people out in rural areas of the country, white people, who have to travel when they go to in-person visits over an hour or more just to get to their doctor. So telehealth helps these people. It helps me because I'm insulin dependent. If I'm not feeling right, or if my medicines or my insulin is giving me an adverse effect, I can call my doctor. I can call my doctor right now and set up a telehealth appointment. And she will adjust my medicine, change it if she have to, send in new prescriptions if she have to. That means I don't have to go into the office and take up an office visit for someone who really needs it. I can take 10 minutes and she can straighten me out. And that goes for a lot of people. That's the type of shit that pisses me off. You worried about a motherfucking Mexican taking your motherfucking job when half of you ain't got a fucking job for a Mexican to take. You think about that? All of my friends, the friends who still got at least one parent living, is basically in the same boat as my parents. They're up in the age. They lived a long life. They're paid into this system because they worked all their life. And you have a motherfucker like Donald Trump and Elon Musk telling you what you can and what you cannot have, what's good and what's good for you. And remember, telehealth services was expanded during COVID. Why? Because the motherfucker y'all so happy that's in, claim to be so happy that's in office, mishandled COVID and fucked everything up to the point nobody can leave the house. Y'all think about the dumb shit y'all doing. Yeah, y'all might think it's a small thing, but that only go for my parents and my aunts and my uncles that's older than me and me personally and my man right here and his people. It goes for a lot of people out there. Because shit like this will cause people to lose lives, will cause people to die. Something that fucking small. Just so Elon and his rich buddies can line their pockets with taxpayer money. So I hope you motherfuckers happy. That's all I got to say about that.
See, that's like when motherfuckers listen to our podcast and interact with us. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. And you try to figure out why we so passionate about certain topics. And it's a reason why me and my man here be passionate about a lot of things. You can see us to debate certain things ourselves, amongst Democrats or amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's because we both are passionate. You know what I'm saying? We both feel like motherfuckers are just trying not to listen or don't give a fuck. But it hurting us as our family, our culture. And that's why we started this. When we started this fucking podcast, bro, we started off the genesis of debating in the cafeteria. Like me and my man debated the other day. That shit is what happened in the cafeteria 24/7. You had the fucking front office coming in every fucking other lunch period and say, "Hey, y'all too loud." Because we can debate whatever, sports, whatever, and get passionate about the shit, right? But this here is a different passion. This is a different passion when it goes to livelihoods and your family and friends. And that's why I feel like moving into politics for us was the perfect thing, because you can see our passion and what we do, and that's how we always been. Anybody know us too, all these years, know anytime debate, either one of us are in, me or him are passionate. No matter the other person we debating with are passionate or not, but me and him are. You know what I'm saying? So to put us together as two passionate people, and now we talking about politics, which we got skills on the walls, that's why we passionate. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all watch us, we debate, even if we debate each other, that's a form of passion. And you two, anybody watching, and we appreciate anybody to take the time out, man. Subscribe, watch us. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are the reason why we feel like we can come out here and talk. Because our first first in the beginning was thinking 20 to 50 people listen to us, we good to go. We form a motherfucking you know what I'm saying, community, and we just talk about black issues and debate and discuss black issues. You know what I'm saying? But by the circumstances, by certain people being elected, it turned it into now we have a calling. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even us coming in just fucking around with politics no more. You know what I'm saying? Now we got a calling. Niggas off the streets giving our view of politics in the middle of an orange neck demon pig running the country. And I think we are here for that now. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody to take their time out, man, to listen to us, subscribe, and like our podcast, because it's driven by you. You know what I'm saying? Your passion, our passion. That's why we here. You know what I'm saying? We want the black debate, and we want to hash out what's best for the black community. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at. And that's why I appreciate everybody that tunes in to take their time out or take their time out to motherfucking give us information. So I just appreciate all y'all. You know what I'm saying, dog? Go ahead.
Man, fuck them. And honestly, that's how I fucking feel. And that's why a lot of people like that. That's why they don't answer the call when you want them to come on the pod. That's why they'll duck you, don't want to talk to you, ain't got nothing to say, and all this shit. Because because it ain't us. It ain't me. For those who know me, I'm gonna speak my motherfucking mind. You kiss my ass in the process. But what happened was they found out, or they fucked around and found out that that own family members ain't going for that shit. Just like a friend of mine used to come in the comments all the time. He know the fuck I'm talking about. All the time. Want to talk big shit. You know, this gun loving ass ain't gonna shoot shit and ain't gonna see shit get shot. But he used to come in all the time, talking all that shit. But we grew up together. I know your people. I knew your father. I knew your mother. I know your sisters. I know how they doing that. I just seen one of your sisters not too long ago. And a lot of the shit that you rail on, that you talk shit about, it would help them. And God rest your parents' souls, if they was here now, it would help them. Just like your main man, and he know what I'm talking about, his mother is still living. His mother is like one of my mothers. She calls me her son. It's like she calls you her son. And a lot of the things that you talk about and a lot of the things that this jackass that y'all support is motherfucking eliminating and letting go away and letting Elon take from people that have been there for years and years and years. Them people need that. They can use that. It's not a handout. It's not a fucking handout because you paying the Medicaid. But the first thing you say is a handout. It's not a fucking handout. How is something a handout if you work 40 hours or more a week, or if you just work 30 hours a week, and you look at your pay stub and you see your deductions? Medicare is a fucking deduction. You pay into that. Social Security is a deduction. You pay into that. You are doing nothing more than getting back what you paid for. So how the fuck is it a handout? And who gives Elon Musk the right to say that you don't need this and you don't deserve this? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If you want to debate politics and which way do you think the country should go, We can have that debate all the time. And at the end of the day, whatever direction you think it should go, I will respect your point of view. What I don't respect is you sit here supporting a racist motherfucker who puts in charge of the government a motherfucking billionaire who does not give a fuck about the people. That's the problem. I sit here and talk shit about George Bush all the time, and I always say George W. Bush is one of my favorite presidents because he no matter what you thought about him and what you thought about his fucking policies, he was coming from a place that he thought this one was good for all people. You might not agree with it, and half the shit he did was wrong, in my book, but you know he was coming from a place that this was good for the country. Okay. Donald Trump, you don't have that. He's not coming from a place that's good for the country. He is willing, and I'm going to put it just like this, he is willing to let people die. Y'all get this now. He is willing to let people die. Lives will be lost so billionaires can get richer. That's what the fuck you voted for. And I don't respect that motherfucking point of view.
Now, anybody don't know what this fucking Doge shit is, right? It's a committee now in the motherfucking in the Congress now. But me and my man, we was listening to motherfucking in the motherfucking in the race. Me and my man listened to Trump and Elon Musk and the Twitter thing that blacked out a few times or whatever the fuck. But we listened to him. And in the middle of that conversation, Elon Musk brought up, you know what? I should oversee some bullshit or some shit he said. And then Trump said, I'll get you to do that, matter of fact, because you good at that. You know what? You want to know why? Because you fire people, even though they striking. So when you see a motherfucker scream, wait, but I don't know, he getting rid of fat and pulling out all the people that's corrupt, like, you're not making no sense, bro. None of that makes any sense. First of all, the Doge committee, now it is a true committee. I give that. Trump has signed an executive order for that to be a committee. So now that is an actual committee in the government. Now, headed by, guess who? Marjorie fucking Green. Really? Really though? So we had motherfucking Jasmine Crockett. Man, my man, y'all already told y'all before. That's why Rising Stars. Y'all might be just catching on, but we've been ahead of that. You know what I'm saying? And then she really exposing things. But I love her. I love her. I love Jasmine Crockett, bro. So she was on The View. And the girl was explaining Doge and was asking her because Jasmine Crockett is a member now because she made sure she was in the committee once they made the committee up so she could see what the fuck going on. And
the team have been infiltrating and dismantling federal agencies. He says he's rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse, all while gaining access to some of our most sensitive data. So you sit on the Doge subcommittee run by Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Are you getting any more clarity on what exactly Elon and Doge are doing?
She can't even get the question out. Listen, interestingly enough, you know, there was a court filing that came out, or there was the order that came out from Judge Chutkan yesterday, yes. Right? And one of the things that the White House and the DOJ is currently saying is that, Elon has no power. Yeah. Elon isn't doing that.
He's not an employee, and he doesn't head the agency.
Right.
He's tech support, I think, is what they say.
So who's lying is my question. But somebody.
All right, right there, before we go any further. So right there, there's a congresswoman, right? She's in the committee that Trump made up called DODG, whatever the fuck. She in it. Motherfucker, Elon Musk haven't been to one committee meeting.
Well, before you go any further, let me explain that for you. The committee that you're talking about is Doge subcommittee. Doge subcommittee basically is the oversight committee, which is that committee is supposed to have oversight on everything that this department that Trump created does. So if they do something crooked, they supposed to be the ones that get it straight. If they going into your social security numbers and getting your social security numbers and getting your tax information and everything, that's supposed to be the committee within Congress that you ain't doing that. But being as though the Republicans, they got the power, so they put in charge of the committees who they want to put in charge of committees, and they got the most people on the committees. So with Marjorie Taylor Greene is, if he's doing something foul, like looking at people's tax information and social security information and shit like that, she's supposed to be the ones that say, no, but you got oversight, you can't do this.
But explain that, because you gotta explain when you say they have more people. It's more like committees have 10 people at most, right?
Okay.
And go ahead.
All right. When you got the majority in the House and in the Senate, you see that's still in the House of Representatives. So they got the majority in the House. So on all the committees, all the subcommittees and subcommittees like this, they're gonna the committee leaders or whatever, the head of the committees or whatever, they get to put who they want in charge. And they'll always they'll put who they want on the committee and kick off who they want on. Well, I ain't gonna say it like that. Because they have certain amount of people and blah, 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 blah. But they'll always have, being as though they the majority, they'll always, on these committees, they'll have more people than the Democrats. That's why nothing will ever come out of these committees that ain't along party lines, that ain't along, say if it's 10 people on the committee, they'll fuck around and have 6. And they'll have motherfucking, and Democrats will have 4. It'll never be even. And so it's set up that way.
Exactly. So you set up a committee, you already had the upper hand. Then you got, like he said, 6-4. So you bring some bullshit up in there, which you got the votes for. So let's say Trump want to do some of the dumbest fucking shit on earth. He sends it to them, and Marjorie Taylor Greene gonna bring it up in the committee, and they have the votes for whatever the fuck the craziness is. Even though Democrats are there, ain't nothing they can do. Like you said, they got more votes because they got the upper hand regardless.
But see, with the oversight committee, he don't send shit to the oversight committee. The oversight committee is this. They get to look at whatever you do, you do. All right. Now, what this committee does is they look at everything you do, and they'll say, no, you can't do this. You can do this, but you can't do this. This is against the law. You can get away with this, and this is wrong. You can't, like, they're going up into the IRS, right? Or they're going up into the Treasury, and they're getting people's Social Security and tax information, which we all know is wrong. Anybody with common sense knows this is wrong. The purpose of that committee is to say, no, this is wrong. You can't do that. Now, you can do this, that, and the third, but you can't do that. And it's supposed to be on them to bring about a remedy and to nip that shit in the bud to say that you can't do that. But being the fact that they had the majority in Congress and they got the motherfucking head person being Marjorie Taylor Greene, you already know that no matter what they do, she is not going to say, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever we want to do is going to go through.
Right.
It's set up for him.
If say if the other way around and say that President Biden was still president, but he didn't have the House, but he didn't have a House. And he did the shit that Trump was doing or was allowing Elon to do. You can best believe that crazy bitch would shut that shit down in a minute. She would take that shit to court. She would try to have charges brought up. She would do this, that, and the third. That's basically to the victor goes the spoils. And they just doing what the fuck they want to do. But you have people on the committee who's like Jasmine Crockett, who's going to speak up, who's going to document this shit. And I will tell you this much. 2 years from now, if we flip that house and it goes the other way where Democrats got the House and they in charge of the committees and had a majority on the committees, oh, her ass is grass. Then you could turn it around and you can even put papers on her ass saying that she abdicated her duties and allowed these unlawful acts to happen and didn't do what she's supposed to do and light her ass up. In addition to lighting up Trump and Elon. And that's another motherfucking reason, because I can guarantee you, and I bet that this would happen, that in the midterm elections, if Democrats flip the House, you can best believe that committee right there, Jasmine Crockett will be in charge of that motherfucking subcommittee. And she's going to light up, especially her being an attorney, she will light up Marjorie Taylor Greene, Elon Musk, and whoever else. That's why elections are important, and that's why your vote counts.
Yeah, I love me some Crockett. But the true meaning of Doge is Department of Government Efficiency is mainly focused on finding ways to cut spending and regulations. Yeah. The name refers to cryptocurrency called Digo coin. Now, Musk is named the head of it. Now, by Democrats putting on pressure, which I don't like. Like, if a motherfucker won't vote for you, let them niggas see what the fuck these clowns gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep screaming on me to slow shit up. But Democrats kept putting lawsuits up to make sure this clown ass fool is not wandering around the fucking government, taking people fucking Social Security and taking people fucking shit. Like, I will ask a MAGA. We can't find MAGAs no more. But I will ask a MAGA. What if Oprah was sitting in the motherfucking office with Biden? Can she do this? Would you let her do this without us hearing this shit? Me and my man here sitting, listen to you scream at the top of your fucking lungs about it. No way, shape, or fucking form. And then on top of that, in reality, this whole committee is full of shit because they already got oversight committees. They already got motherfucking committees for this shit. But just to play for this shit for Trump, you set a committee up to, I guess, find efficiencies in the government. So now, you giving people impression you're doing something. The first thing he said he did. Now, I want to talk to all black MAGAs right now, right? If you know of a job site where a rich motherfucker took it over and fired everybody in sight because that's cost. He's saving cost that way. Or take over your warehouse you working at. I mean, my man can tell you this. We suffered that. Where they telling you, they thinking the cost of just taking away workers save money. Elon Musk and that Twitter shit with Donald Orange Demon fuck Trump told y'all to break. They laughed about it. You a motherfucker. You can fire motherfuckers quick when they pick it. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. That shit ain't funny. This is where we at right now. Where you have these motherfuckers that's running the country that look at things as, we don't need you. If I get rid of you, that paycheck will go in my pocket. If I get rid of all three of y'all, that paycheck will go back. I would be richer than I was in the beginning. Elon Musk, take over a company, get rid of everybody in fucking sight. That's his whole model. He took over Twitter. What did he do? Fire everybody. Then the shit didn't work for 2 months. Then he said, I know if bring some of those back. Same thing happening now. You get rid of motherfucking everybody watching the fucking planes, and guess what? Planes fall the fuck down. And then now it's like, my bad, bring them back. No, you gotta know what the fuck you doing at the beginning. You gonna get people killed. And I swear to God, man, everybody that voted for this orange neck demon fuck pig, anybody out here that defended this fuck pig, all this shit is on your hands, bruh. All these planes falling the fuck down. All this shit on your hands. From this point on, I don't want to hear nothing about nobody. I don't want to hear calling the name out your fucking mouth. All I want to hear is, that pig is president? Now what?
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Because it is on his hands. It is on their hands. And I don't want to hear nothing about Democrats save me. Oh, where's Kamala Harris? Where's Biden and them at? And
I don't like that shit.
And I seen that earlier today. And I'm gonna say something I've been wanting to say all motherfucking day. Y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass. If I was motherfucking Kamala Harris, I wouldn't say a motherfucking thing. Because I'm gonna run this motherfucking list down. Y'all out there crying about where's Kamala Harris? Why she ain't this? She need to say that. She need to do this. She don't need to do a good goddamn thing. You know why? Because why y'all not hollering, where's Nancy Pelosi? I'm gonna go down the list right here. I got a longer list of this, but I had to shorten the list. Where's Nancy Pelosi? Where's Chuck Schumer?
You got to step out back.
Hey, that's around. I ain't hearing where's James Carville, Adam Schiff, Joe Manchin, Sherrod Brown, John Tester, Jamie Raskin, Rashida Tlaib, Andrew Yang, Jake Uger. I ain't hearing help us George Clooney, Stephen King, Ashley Judd, Mia Farrow, John Cusack, Stephen Goldberg, Bob Costas, Eric Braden. And y'all know who Eric Braden is. He plays Victor Newman on motherfucking Running the Wrestlers. And Charles Barkley, who's a fucking Republican. He's a motherfucker who stabbed Joe Biden in the back to force him out of the race. You got what you wanted. Damn! Now, you heard about where's Biden, where's Harris. Most of them, and a lot of them, didn't want her to run. And the main two, if you think I'm lying, get me right if I'm wrong. The main two, off the break, that did not want her to be the nominee was Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi. They did not want her to be the nominee. They wanted to take it to the convention, or they wanted to have some kind of a fast primary or some other shit. If I'm right, wrong, get me right. And I looked this up today before I even thought about writing this shit out. That's how I got all these names. And it's about 30, 40 more names that I got that I didn't even mention. So these motherfucking people are the people that stabbed the reigning president, the sitting president, into the back and did not want the vice president to take over.
And the reason that she took over is because when they forced him out, he gave them the biggest fuck you ever and endorsed her and said, yeah, I get out, but it's her. And you know what? She took the ball, she picked up the ball, and she ran with it. She went here, she went there. She told you this, she jumped through this hoop, that hoop. Y'all say she didn't have a plan, she gave you a plan. They said she didn't give you no details, she gave you details. She did this, that, and the third. She raised over $1 billion fucking dollars. And you know what you did? On November the 5th, you rejected her. You said, no, that ain't what we want. Which is your right. I ain't saying that you're wrong for doing it. But because it was your right to vote for who you wanted. But you rejected her when she told you. When she told you, just like Hillary Clinton told you, she told you what exactly was going to happen if this Cheeto-colored idiot got back into office. She told you, and you can go online on YouTube all day long, and you will find her words, and every word she said was correct. And now you are crying for her. Kamala, save us. I don't blame her. Kiss her entire ass until she getting ready to tell you what she's going to fucking do. Y'all motherfuckers sit there and you crying for her when they question her ethnicity. You ran with it, Kanye, Janet Jackson. Oh, she's that black. Oh, that's what I heard. Now, am I wrong about that? Did that not happen?
That was part of the problem.
When she said that she motherfucking locked up all these brothers in California for petty weed charges. That was the truth. And come to find out, she had the first program in the country to clear those type of charges, especially them petty weed charges, off of brothers' records, so they can it wouldn't keep them from finding employment. She did that. And the only motherfucker, and I give this man respect forever, the only motherfucker that came out when it was wrong and he apologized and said I was wrong, and he didn't do it in private, he didn't do it in a letter, he did it at the convention in front of the whole fucking world, was D.L. Hughley. And y'all rejected her. Y'all say, this ain't what we want. On November the 5th, y'all voted and said, this is what we want. You got what you want. Don't cry now. Deal with it. You got planes falling out the sky.
Oh my God.
You got this motherfucker trying to take Medicare, Social Security. You got this motherfucker trying to take over Canada. You got this motherfucker trying to take over Gaza. You got this motherfucker doing all kind of wild shit. So all I can say,
if you talk about the planes alone, like niggas really don't. It's not a big thing for niggas, but most people get on planes a lot.
Yeah. Look, I wasn't getting on no plane in the get-go. I damn sure ain't getting one on.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, but most people do that we don't know of, but they do. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I say we look at things differently. We're from the streets.
So
motherfuckers ain't getting on the fucking planes anyway.
Much. And Tony, the #1 soul brother, is telling you this right now. If you want some help, if you want help and you want to cry to somebody, go cry to Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Jacob Axelrod, James Carville, Adam Schiff, Joe Manchin, Sherrod Brown, John Tester, Jamie Raskin, Rashida Tlaib, Andrew Yang, Jake Uger, George Clooney, Stephen King, Ashley Judd, Mia Farrow, John Cusack, Stephen Colbert, Charles Barkley, Bob Costas, Eric Braden, Barack Obama, Kanye West, Janet Jackson, Randy Jackson, and the whole goddamn bunch. That's who the fuck you go cry to, because that's who the ones that caused this shit and gave you your Cheeto King.
The worst president who ever lived. Another shot at being the worst at it. can be the worst at something and get another shot at being the worst at it.
That's fool.
Who does that? Do you ever seen a motherfucker be bad at their job and somebody hire him again? I never seen that before, bro.
And if y'all think I'm bullshitting, this is the motherfucking, this is the list. This is one row. I'm gonna put it right here. This is one row of names. This is a second row of names. This is the back side. And this is a third page. And I wasn't even through. That's how many people stabbed that man in the back. And y'all wish so bad that he was too old. I bet he ain't too old right now. Oh, she's not black. She's not black. I bet she's blacker than a motherfucker now. So, I mean, if you like what's going on, I would guess you're happy and more power to you.
He's a piece of shit. Okay.
But if you don't like what's going on, just like today, saw a video with 3 farmers say, I voted for Trump, and they actually vote. It said if the vote was held today, right now, would you vote for Trump? No, I wouldn't vote for Trump. I wouldn't vote for Trump. And it was another one. It was in another video. He was crying about. A program that helped farmers. That basically they split the cost of shit with the government when it comes to like digging wells for water, for irrigation, and for building like fences and doing things to keep farmers going. And Trump ended that. Now, this program, and I got it written down here. I got it written down so I won't forget. They call it EQUIP, EQUIP. And I'll look it up and give y'all all the information in a minute. That's what it's called. They call it EQUIP, EQUIP. And this program, now Trump voted crying about this. This program was included and it was part of the Inflation Reduction Act. What up? Who signed the Inflation Reduction Act in the law?
No Republican voted for it.
But who signed it in the law? That was under Joe Biden, wasn't it?
Ain't no Republican voted for it though.
I understand that. What?
That's the thing I don't get.
What?
It was in a pandemic.
But hold on. No Republican voted for it as usual, as we talk about all the time. You're right.
We got to point that out to y'all, so y'all can understand why we vote Democrat.
And this is my point. No Republican voted for it, but it's what kept farmers going, and it allowed farmers to.
It got us out of the pandemic. Shit.
Yeah, and it allowed farmers to build, and it didn't cost you as much money as it did, and you dumb motherfuckers, you dummies, thought that when Trump went on and on and on during the campaign about the Inflation Reduction Act and all this shit, you thought that this shit didn't apply to you. That's the problem. And that's the problem why a lot of these MAGA idiots, the ones that don't know what they're talking about and talk shit just to be talking about it, that's why they don't want to speak. They don't want to come back on the pod.
Come on, go.
Or they don't want to speak and they don't want to pick up the phone when you call because they thought they listened to the shit Trump said and they found it amusing. They found it this, that, and the third, but they thought that they didn't apply to them. And you fucked around and found out. That's what basically fuck around and found out is. Because you had Latino men who thought, oh, his immigration policies and his mass deportation don't apply to me because I do this, that, and the third. Yes, I work, I do this, I'm a law-abiding citizen, I don't have a criminal record. You fucked around and found out that it applied to you too. Okay. When it comes to farmers, you thought that, oh, you know, we got this thing, this contract we just signed with the government. We basically, you know, the government helping us out. They're helping us with paying half of, you know, for water conservation and irrigation and all of this stuff. And it's basically a win-win, which it was a win-win for both sides. For real, for the government and the farmer. It was a win-win. You thought, okay, he gonna fuck around and he gonna get rid of the Inflation Reduction Act, or he gonna fuck with the Inflation Reduction Act, but he ain't gonna fuck with that. So that don't apply to me. So I'll go ahead and vote for him anyway. You fucked around and you found out. That's the definition of FAFO. So hey, somebody actually hit me up on social media, asked me what does FAFO mean? That's what FAFO means. You fucked around and you found out. You thought the shit didn't apply to you. Yes, the shit applied to you. And he put it on your ass.
My thing that fuck around found out is something that I'm gonna touch on in a minute. But and then plus I want to get into a hoodies awards too. And then my man gonna tell y'all about the motherfucking DNC chair, vice chair. But as usual, we got a lot for y'all from the hood. You know what I'm saying? But I agree to a certain extent, right? Because the fuck around and find you out is the only reason I don't fuck with that is, for example, let's say you in the house, your wife, your kids, and let's say your brother's son over there, your nephew, he chilling, and you tell that nigga lock the doors and all that stuff before we go to sleep. You upstairs sleep, and you tell that nigga lock the doors, and he like, bro, I got this, bro, I got the door, man, I got this shit, man, nobody gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? You up there sleep. You tell that nigga, bro, lock the door, man, before I go to sleep. Man, I don't want no shit. You know what I'm saying? And he still, bro, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can come in this motherfucker. I got, you know what I'm saying? Dog?
Yep.
And that motherfucker leave the door open. Motherfuckers come in there and set and rob the joint, close the door. Now they in the joint. Got him strung up. You saying fuck around, find out is the last thing on your mind. You know what I'm saying, dog? The thing is, you two and all three of y'all got to get together now. You feel me now? That person got to look up and say, my bad, bro. You was right. Goddamn shit. Y'all trying to hold the door, all type of shit together now. You feel me? Now y'all together. That's why I feel like you can't say fuck around, find out. You got to tell that person got to now join with you now. So you can't just push them aside. They got to be like, okay, now I get it. I'm going to help you close this door and keep this burglar out of here because he's going to kill all of us when he get in here. He's not going to stop at the motherfucker you told I'm going to fuck around and find out. You going to fuck around and find out. He ain't going to stop there. He going to come in and kill your ass too. So you both going to find out even though you told him that was going to happen. So therefore you both going to lose. You see what I'm saying?
This is how that goes. And I see what you're saying. But if we're in the midst of, say, it's a midst of I'll take your example. Say it's a midst of a burglary spree in the neighborhood, and you told the person, you said, "Look, man, you in here, lock the doors, put the deadbolt on, and you see something suspicious, whatever, protect yourself." So that's what we did. That's what happened. Now we said, look here. It's a burglar named Elon is looking to steal all your money. He looking to run up in your shit, take all your shit from you, and leave you with nothing. So lock your doors, put the deadbolt on, and don't let nobody in. Okay. Now, the point you right is they tried to break in. Okay, so now we in the fight. Like you said, we're in the fight now.
But is that person woke up to the fight yet?
Hold on. So we're in the fight together. We're in the fight. And you know what's going on. You've been warned. Don't leave that door unlocked or you're going to get robbed. You was told. Okay, now that the motherfucker that infiltrated, you're right. We got to get this motherfucker out of here.
Exactly.
I understand that part. But in the aftermath, which is where we at now, we're in the aftermath of a dumb decision because we told you to lock the doors. We told you to lock the doors. We gave you all the information. We fought like hell to keep the burglars out. But on November the 5th, you didn't lock the doors. So the burglars got in. Now, we're in the aftermath of being burglarized. Now is the time when I'm going to tell you. Boy, I told you.
You fucked around up. But now we both got to hold the door closed.
You done fucked around. You done fucked around and let this motherfucker up in here. And look at this shit. I told you. Told you don't fuck around. Now you done found out I wasn't joking with you. You found out this shit was real. That's where we at now.
Exactly.
Because we was already in the fight together. The fight was over the summer, between the summertime and November 5th.
True.
That's when we was trying to get the motherfucker out of here. Come on, get this motherfucker out of here. He got to go. We can't let these motherfuckers up in here. But y'all fucked around and let them up in there. Now,
that's what I'm saying. We all gonna die unless we work together. Now you see what I'm saying? It's like we can't just keep telling them you're gonna fuck around and find out, because we all gonna get punished. Our grandmothers, like you just said, beginning of this podcast, it's touching you. You voted for Kamala, so you didn't want none of this shit to happen, but it's still gonna fuck with you. Just like if that person get in there, he ain't gonna stop with him. He gonna kill everybody in the joint. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was a dummy that opened the door. Even though you told him don't fucking open it. You see what I'm saying? So eventually, both of y'all had to. That person have to wake up and say, "Damn, you was right, bro. Let's hold this door. Help me open this door." You know what I'm saying? Once that person, we need that person to wake up. We got to find those waking up persons. You feel me now?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But I'm still gonna motherfucking tell you. I'm still got to let you know where you went wrong, and you know why you should lock your doors from now on. And that's and I'm going to let you know that you do. I told you this shit.
You got us in the hospital.
You ignorant motherfucker. I told you this was going to happen. I told you exactly what the fuck went down. But you was a bad motherfucker. What you say? What I say? I said lock the doors, put the deadbolt on. Don't let nobody. If somebody knock on the door, you don't know them. Don't let them in. That's what I told you.
You didn't want to listen.
You don't listen. What did you tell me? You told me. You said, "Oh, man, I ain't worried about that shit. Motherfucker, come up in here. I got this." You told me you got this. You said, "Oh, don't worry. A motherfucker come across that motherfucking door. I'm gonna put some heat on that ass." That's what you told me. And I told you. I said, "Look, man."
Lock that
and
shit.
I said, "Look, lock the motherfucking doors, because you don't know these motherfuckers you dealing with. You don't know what they up to. They got some shit you ain't never seen before. And fucking I got some shit they ain't never seen before." And look, boy, I told you this. Now you done fucked around, you done found out
exactly
that these motherfuckers ain't playing with you. And that's where, especially that's where I'm gonna say black people and Jewish people, and I'm gonna say
now you with
white people.
Those Hispanic men there too.
Yeah.
Did they wake up and say, "All right, man, I'm helping you hold this door closed"? Did the Indians wake up and say, "I'm gonna help you hold this door closed"? Black women, because it's the black women now that everybody needed to fucking listen to. Me and him, we already know we listen to the black lady, but y'all fucked around and didn't listen to the black lady. You know what I'm saying? Now that wasn't our fault. That was your fault. You know what I'm saying?
It's easy. It's easy, right? Because we done all been through it growing up. And we especially in the time and the era that we grew up in, we said, "Hey, look, man, Don't go over there fucking with them niggas around the corner. Or them niggas gonna split your head open. Man, I don't know, man. Fuck them niggas around there. I fuck with them niggas up there. Motherfuckers roll up on me like that. Y'all, I'm telling you. Leave them motherfuckers around the corner. Them niggas, little niggas ain't no joke around the corner. Don't go around there fucking around and get your ass whooped. Okay? Now, you done went around the corner and got your ass whooped. And what you doing? Oh, man, motherfucker jump. Look, they split my eye open. Boy, didn't I tell you not to go around the corner fucking with them people? Ain't that what I told you?
So now I gotta get my pistol. They're out there screaming. Now I gotta get involved. No. Now you got me in.
No, that ain't what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my hammer. Because I ain't gonna let them jump you again.
Now you see.
But you're going to go around here because I told you not to do it. Like this. And this is the real life. This is a real life experience. This happened. My brother had bought him a Navigator. When he bought the Navigator had an issue with the transmission. So he was like, fuck it, he had the dough. I want the joint. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a motherfucking I'm gonna go ahead and get the transmission put up in there and I'm cool. I said, all right. So he called me. He said, Tony, you find somebody to put the transmission in for me. I said, I got somebody. So no, he told me first he said, I ain't even gonna mention the motherfucker name, I'm gonna get such and such to do it. I said, no, don't fuck with the motherfuckers. I'll find somebody to get it. He said, yeah, you can find somebody to get it. I said, yeah, I got it. So this one was still working in Smithfield. So that's when the garage had opened up next door to the deli. So I went over there and talked to, I forgot the name, Manny, I think, something like that. So I went over and talked to him. I said, yeah, boom, 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 boom. I said, this is the situation. Need the transmission put in, got the transmission, whatever. All I need to do is get it put in. How much you gonna charge? He said, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna charge such and such. He said, I got a couple cars in here. I got to get done. And he said, bring it down here or in a couple of days, and I'll go ahead and knock it out for you. I say, cool. Now, I go back, see my brother. I say, all right, look, I talk to man. Man say he gonna get you. He gonna knock you out in a couple of days. He ain't gonna charge you with such and such and such and such. Blah blah blah. Cool. He said, well, I already took it down. He listened to it, his other brother, and he took it down to these motherfuckers that I told him not to take it down to. Then go down there. He take it down there. They done fuck this shit up. So he calls me and said, Tony, can you go down there and see what's up with my shit? And basically, he want me to fuck the nigga up because I ain't like the nigga anyway. But I said, normally I would have, especially back then when I was straight ignorant. Normally I'd have went down there and beat all the fuck out of him. But I said, no, I'm not going down there and do that because I told you not to send it down there. And I told you, and I went ahead and I had somebody that was going to do it right, and charge you a decent price. All you had to do was wait 2 days. Now you done said send it down there. Your shit fucked up even more, this, that, and the third. And you want me to go down there and basically choke this motherfucker out and get your money back. I said, no, because you done fucked up. I told you not to do it. You did it, you fucked around, and you found out. Now you want me to go down there and motherfucking choke this sumbitch out to get your shit. And that's where we at now. We told y'all, don't go to that shop. Don't go to the MAGA shop. If you go to the MAGA shop, they're gonna fuck your shit up. Now you're hollering, Kevin, can you go get our money back? Hell no, go get your own money back. Go get the motherfucker that you listened to that told you to take it down there, that told you to vote MAGA, that told you to don't vote for her, that told you that she wasn't black, that told you that she was locking brothers up for weed, that told you she was this, that told you that she was a hoe, that told you that she was fucking Willie Brown to get to the top and all this old other shit, that told you all of this and you went for it. You tell them motherfuckers to save you. And I just gave you a long ass list of the motherfuckers who did. That's where we at.
Pretty much.
That's where we at.
Couldn't even go in there even more myself, to be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying? Because you want us, because you're hollering, Democrats, where the Democrats at now? The Democrats told you. We told you to don't take your car to that ratchet ass shop. But you took your car to that ratchet ass shop. Now they done took the motor out. They done sold all 4 of your tires. You know, the seats they done took out, they done fucked all your shit up. And now you're saying, Democrats, can you go choke this motherfucker out and get my money back? And what we're telling you now is, no, we told you don't do it from the get-go. This mess, you're going to have to get through yourself. You're going to have to start to straighten this shit out yourself because we told you. Now, in the end, we're going to have your back because we're not going to leave our future in y'all motherfuckers' hands ever again. You best believe that. But this is some shit you're going to have to figure out for yourself.
That's for goddamn sure. Because you got to listen to the black ladies. One thing about me and my man, we listen to the black ladies. The black ladies. You know what I'm saying? We love them.
Yeah, y'all listen to Cenk Uygur. Y'all listen to
don't get me started on him, please.
Like Cenk Uygur.
Please.
Who turned on you like you had motherfucking the plague.
Please.
You listen to Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang ain't shit. You listen to, and this is the one that killed me.
Don't do it.
This is the one that killed me.
Do it.
Rashida Tlaib. Oh, Rashida Tlaib. Oh, they're not going to do nothing for Gaza. You convince all them people that not voting or Joe Biden getting out of the race and and Kamala Harris's policies was not good for Gaza. And you motherfuckers didn't, and you motherfuckers voted away. And now she's trying to say that, well, I wasn't really saying that.
Nah, nobody want to hear that shit. It's well documented. Me and my man did podcasts on y'all asses. So go back and check it. It's documented. You can't run.
You saying?
There's no one running.
You trying to say right now, excuse me.
You got to step out back.
Hey. I meant it. Bitch, don't pour.
And then you even was motherfucking
tell me it's pancakes.
Screaming
That's
out shit while the black lady was speaking. She had to stop and say, look, I'm speaking.
Mm-hmm.
She had to tell you that.
Yes.
She had to tell you that.
Yes.
And you had the nerve at the end to be like, I ain't mean that. That's what the fuck you mean.
And now,
you wasn't talking to the orange fuck demon pig at all.
And now,
fuck out of here.
Rashida Tlaib, you was leading the charge with these Gaza voters, especially in Michigan.
Oh, I'm glad I got her name. I'm glad you said her name. Motherfucker.
Now,
some bitch.
This motherfucker is talking about turning Gaza or Palestine or whatever you want to call it into the Riviera.
See? Have fun with that, Gaza strip kids. Fuck wrong with these dumb fucks. And motherfucker, Young Turks, they dedicated their whole channel to beating up. Call them Genocide Joe, though.
Like I said, y'all.
How can you win with that?
If Biden dropped out of his own accord and y'all didn't do that man the way y'all did him, and he lost the race.
That Genocide Biden Joe shit. Genocide Joe shit.
I don't have a problem with that if he lost the race of his own accord. But what y'all did,
Genocide Joe though,
and then a lot of the shit, that you tried to put on Biden, you tried to put it on her by proxy. Well, because she was a part of the administration, so you tried to put it on and say that her policies was going to be his policies. And now that we know that her and his policies would have been the best for the people of Palestine.
Hold on, bro, break that down for a minute. Kamala specifically said we want a ceasefire
and a two-state
and Two-state solution. You had your future and your prosperity. Okay.
You say.
And put that aside and tell me how does that looks compared to all y'all get the fuck out. Not just those. All of y'all get the fuck out. It's gonna be hotels and call Trump all over the place. How that looks? How these two things look? I don't hear the genocide Joes out there. I don't hear people burn up the colleges. Where y'all at? Why y'all stop with Trump?
These are the people.
Motherfuckers.
These are the people that Rashida Tlaib was talking to.
Where they at now? It's gonna be work. All of y'all get the fuck out? Ain't that worse than the genocide?
Mm-hmm.
Is that worse than genocide? Everybody get the fuck out.
What you talking about? It is worse than genocide. They are talking about ethnic cleansing.
Exactly.
What
are we doing?
I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to think about this. You have people who had a policy who was working towards a peaceful solution.
You can't deny. Y'all cannot deny that.
And what was on the board for the longest time, a two-state solution.
That's it.
We knew what they wanted.
And you have stake in your life and your prosperity. That's the policy, bro.
And let's get one. Y'all wanted to blame. Biden and Harris for what Netanyahu was doing. Well, y'all sent the bombs over there. Okay, let's get one thing straight. If we hadn't sent shit and backed up Israel since Israel was existing in 1950 or 1948, between 1940 and 1950, somebody get me right on the exact year, when Israel became a sovereign state, the United States was the first ones to back Israel up, and we maintain that all the way until this day. If it was not for the United States, there would not be an Israel. There would not be an Israel, and there would not be a Gaza if it was not for the United States.
That's true, man. That's true.
Now,
that's true.
Now, y'all, then you want to say, well, y'all sent the shit over there. Okay. Of course, we sent the shit over there to protect Israel. Now, the shit was used in a way by Netanyahu, and we cannot control everything that Netanyahu does. But you put the blame for that on Biden and Harris. Okay, cool. That's what y'all wanted to do. Y'all felt that they was responsible for it. Now, you have a motherfucker who has jumped out there and is seriously talking about ethnic cleansing. And if you don't know what ethnic cleansing is, excuse me,
that's the whole thing too.
The motherfucker phrase is self-explanatory. They are going to get all of the people of a certain race or gender or religion or whatever out of a certain area or country. And in this case, it has been Muslim people.
Yeah, so
they are going to rid the Muslim people of that, get rid of the Muslim people in that area. And as Trump said, and as Don Jr. has said, they are going to turn it into the Riviera of the Middle East. And you got motherfuckers like Rashida Tlaib. This is your fault.
Exactly.
Take that. That's my only thing. Like I say, if you like it, and this is what you want, and this is what you want to see, more power to you. But if you don't like it, as the Rashida Tlaibs of the world don't like what's going on in Gaza and what's about to happen in Gaza, you got to step up and take your blame.
And then on top of that, you got to realize us as black culture, we got more than enough issues. Us worry about you on the Gaza Strip was the last thing on our list. But that black lady told you, I got your back. It's going to be a two-state solution.
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to have your own sovereignty for your future. That's it. But no, y'all were for a motherfucker to say, get the fuck out of here altogether. But Joe is the genocide Joe. Like, I don't get it. I need somebody that before this election was all about the Gaza. I can't even find nobody talking about the Gaza Strip no more, all of a sudden. But the Gaza Strip kids, all these people that thought Gaza was so bad because Joe Biden was president, so he had to call him Genocide Joe and all this wild ass shit when he set up a ceasefire that happened before Trump was in office.
Let's. Hey, what's up, Rodney? Good to see you again. Glad you tuned in tonight. That's one of our faithful, long time viewers. Oh, our man Rodney Rucker. Good to see you. But anyway, as far like I said, as far as I can go back, and like I said, the first president and his shit and what I really was became conscious of was Jimmy Carter. And even back to Jimmy Carter and through other administrations, I think even between, I know Reagan, maybe Bush, but I know Clinton, and I know Obama, and I think W, Obama, Biden. It was always pushing for a two-state solution. And I think even Reagan might have been pushing for a two-state solution. So it was always that. But for some reason, I don't know. I mean, that's what I talk about, what I mean when I say you got so many wings of the party and everybody want their agenda up front all the time. When look, you gotta get a agenda and a message that covers everybody on economics, on healthcare, on housing, on everything. And then we can talk about specifics. But you want to come out with specifics before you even got the grand plan in order. Come up with a grand scheme or grand plan.
No.
A big overarching theme, and then we can get into specifics.
I see what you're saying. Republican, it'll feel better if, let's say we have healthcare, for example. We have a healthcare problem. It'll feel better if a Republican would say, okay, let's take care of the healthcare problem, but I'm going to do it conservatively. We're going to do it so that this is not happening, that not happening. But a Democrat would do it where you'll have social benefits for the elderly and shit like that. Or a conservative Republican would say, nah, I don't want that part, but you can get the help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a debate. That's what we should be at. That's the type of shit we should do. But for them to come so far off just taking shit off tables and cutting shit and cutting that, there's no debating in that. So when people ask a motherfucker Democrat, are y'all gonna work with them? What you mean work with them? Work with them to do what? To tear the house down? Fuck no.
First of all, it isn't are you gonna work with them? This is what y'all don't understand. They got the majority. You don't have to work with them. I mean, they don't have to work with you. You don't have to, and they don't have, and you don't have to work with them, and they don't care if you work with them or not. They got the votes to push it through. Mm-hmm. That's the issue. The problem is asking. Okay, you can say, are you going to work with them? The question is, are they willing to work with us? We have stuff that we want to get done for the working class. We have stuff that we want to get done for the poor. We got stuff we want to get done for the elderly. Are they willing to work with us? If they're willing to work with us, we can get a lot of this done on a bipartisan basis. They are not going to give you shit. If they're not going to give you shit, why are you? It's basically you said, well, are you going to work with them? Yeah, we'll work with them. You begging for a seat at the table, and they're not going to give you a seat at the table. They already told you you don't have a seat at the table.
No bullshit.
They told you this in so many words. Ask Black MAGA. Ask Black MAGA the day after the motherfucking election, when the motherfucker told Black MAGA, y'all ain't with us, y'all ain't one of us. I don't give a fuck about y'all. This is a white man's party. We don't give a shit about y'all. We just wanted you vote. Ask Latino men when they said, what? Some of y'all voted for us. You still getting the fuck out. You know? I hope after you cast your votes, you went home and packed your shit. Ask white women when they said you thought you was doing something. They said, bitch, get your ass up in that kitchen and fix me something to eat. I want some pussy about 6 o'clock, and if you ain't ready, I'm gonna kick your ass. And they don't give a fuck you call the police, because there ain't a motherfucking thing you can do about it. That's basically what they told you. So, look, when they put out Project 2025, when Project 2025 was out and they put it in a book, and they was talking about, I don't know nothing about Project 2025, I'm talking about Project 47, and Project 47 and Project 2025 is basically the same thing. But they told you right then and there, you don't have a seat at the table. So, it ain't about working with these motherfuckers. In the quote or the paraphrase Mitch McConnell, it is all about making Donald Trump a half-term president. What that means is it's not about working with the son of a bitch, because the son of a bitch don't want to work with you. He already said he's not going to work with you. What did he say yesterday? Long live the king. You don't have a seat at the table. So that means get your shit together, and you best get one of them chambers back November of 2026. That's what it is. That's what working together. That's who we need to be working together with. We need to be getting our shit together. We don't have a seat at the table. They already told you what they're going to do. Project 2025. They already told you what they're going to do. And you do it. So all of this shit about, are you going to work with them? Are you going to try this? Are you going to do this? Are you willing to do this? You can say, yeah, I'm willing to do it, but are they?
Me, I'm at the point where, just like when we look back and Republicans voted against healthcare, Republicans voted against getting us out of the pandemic. If all of them can do that, y'all can do it. I feel like y'all vote against all that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to my man in the DNC vice chair.
Yeah, and I got one other thing to say before we get to that too. Let's get to this. Before we get to that.
Now, I seen the motherfucker joint the other day, well, a couple of days ago, where a lady left her kids in the motherfucking house. I don't know if you heard about this shit. Well, she left 3 kids in the house for 4 months. Well, she was sending Uber Eats and shit. You ain't heard about this at all?
Nah.
So they just caught her.
I've been caught up in some shit. I done missed a lot of shit.
And she literally left them in that joint for months.
Children in a Pontiac home.
This is a story we've been following since Sunday when we first found out about the heartbreaking investigation.
Kelly Marie Bryant facing a judge today. The 34-year-old appearing via Zoom in Pontiac's 50th District Court. The judge calling Bryant a danger to the community.
She is accused of leaving her 15-year-old son and her 12 and 13-year-old daughters alone since March of 2020. The children were discovered living in horrendous conditions.
7 News Detroit reporter Sarah Michaels listened in on that arraignment and is outside the home where that alleged abuse took place in Pontiac.
We have spent most of this afternoon outside of this home where 3 children were allegedly abandoned for nearly 5 years.
No,
they were living among
she didn't say that, bro.
feces and piles of trash up to 4 feet, 5 feet tall, some of which we just saw carried out a few moments ago.
Feces all over the place.
Soiled mattresses, moldy couches, dozens of pizza boxes, and trash, all being pulled out of this Pontiac home almost a week after 3 children were discovered living here. It is alleged that 34-year-old Kelly Marie Bryant abandoned 3 of her children here back in 2020. A boy and 2 girls, now 15, 13, and 12, presumably 10, 8, and 7 at the time of their abandonment. They were finally found Friday during a wellness check for Bryant. According to the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, Bryant would drop off food periodically and threaten the children to never leave or answer the door. For nearly 5 years, we're told that they had no hygiene products. With the door and windows now open, you can smell the filth inside this home from the sidewalk.
I find her a continued danger to the children.
Bryant is now in jail facing 3 counts of first-degree child abuse. In court Thursday, she was given a $250 million cash bond. The judge saying that she doesn't believe anyone knows where Bryant herself was truly at the time of this abuse, and that Bryant should have no contact with her own children or anyone under the age of 18.
I'm concerned.
All right, hold on. All right. My first problem with this whole thing is, bruh, how can she leave her kids in the house for 5 years? I thought it was 5 months.
Because she is trifling.
Bro, 5 years?
No good. Somebody need to put foot in the ass.
What's this whole name? Bro!
Oh, shit.
Are you fucking serious? 5 years?
Bitch, look, if you didn't want the kids, you had the kids.
Come on!
If you had the kids, you got to the point you didn't want the kids, get the kids up for adoption.
Years, though?
Yes, years.
Like,
the kids over. If you don't have nobody in your family that's willing to take the kids, get the kids to Child Protective Services. You can just look, even to this day, you can stop off at the motherfucking firehouse or the police station.
Yeah, you can do that.
Kids off and then say, look,
you can.
I cannot take care of these kids.
Can't do that.
I need help. I'm dropping these kids off. I cannot do it. They need a better home. You could have did that. There's a lot of things you could have did instead of leaving them kids in that kind of condition for 5 fucking years. Bitch, you need your ass whooped.
Let's think about that for a minute. A 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 15-year-old. 5 years ago, you're talking about a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 10-year-old that just literally just left there. Bruh, you see the pictures of the fucking house. The tub. We talking about shit in there. Just, 5 years, what you expect, though? Who cleaning? You know what I'm saying?
Kids don't know about shit about cleaning.
Fuck no. And if you leaving them at 7 and 8, do they even know how to wash their ass at this point?
No.
What are we doing?
Because even when you get to your teenage years,
7 and 8? No, you don't know how to wash your ass.
When you get to teenage years, a lot of teenagers don't know how to wash or even wipe their ass correctly. So,
bro,
you got to teach as they get older. You got to teach them about fucking hygiene, about using deodorant, about using soap and washing the genitals and shit like that. So, and it's bro. I'll choke the shit out of her.
She like a Trump to me. Like if I see, I'm just gonna smack you.
Yeah,
like bro, no. You leave 5 years?
Well,
like what is that?
Let me give you a piece of advice. I ain't gonna give you no advice. I'm just gonna tell you what's going to happen. You're going to jail for a long time. I wouldn't fucking never get out.
But how can you do 5 years?
I'm telling you.
Wait.
The ass whoopings and the shit you're about to endure from them women in these places where you going, your ass is grass.
You a disgusting pig that needs your ass whooped, bro.
And when they get through, when a big dyke named Bess get a hold of you and fuck you up and make you eat her out on a regular, bitch, you gonna wish you would never ovulated.
Bro, if you don't know what we're talking about, This is a lady,
That's
34
nasty
years old, which was 28 at the time, left her fucking kids in the house since 2020. We are literally in 2020. Where we at?
You nasty bitch.
You funky dumb bitch.
Yeah, you that.
Like, come to bro. Just leave. Where you at? Like, where you gotta be at? Where are you, bro? Where's this bitch at? Where you go?
She's probably laid up with some dude.
5 years?
I bet she was probably laid up with some dude. It's probably some no good ass dude. Probably
son of a bitch.
That tucked in leaving them kids like that. It had to be a reason.
What?
Because she had it. Look, she
This
had
on
been living
NBC.
good.
Oh shit. Oh, it's on NBC News. But bro, I'm just trying to figure out what will make you as a grown person just leave your kid for, bro. I thought this shit was 5 months. I was mad.
Cause she tried.
This joint was 5. They said years. Hey, bro, where are you at this point where you staying away from your kids for 5 years, bro? Really?
This is trash.
Really though? And leave them in an apartment by what are they doing? They're not going to school. What are they doing in there?
The bitch is trash.
That's a disgusting bitch. A trifling hoe.
And speaking of disgusting motherfuckers.
That was fucked up right there, bro. Like, come on.
And speaking of disgusting motherfuckers, Stephen A. Smith. I'm getting tired of you and this shit because about you running for president. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all people that's feeding into this shit, this is how we got Trump. And y'all jumping out there, he's jumping on Fox. This motherfucker's on Fox News and all this other shit. Dude, cut that shit out. Cut it out. You're more of the problem. You a big part of the problem. You're not being a part of the fucking solution. You a problem with this shit. Dude, people is out here, and look, the dude only been in office. Today makes a month. And look at all the chaos that's going on, and it's going to get worse. And then we got people like you, a very unserious dude. When it comes to politics, you are not serious at all. Cut that shit out. Stay in your fucking lane. Because
he don't have a lane though. He just once he got a politics, he's nobody. He's literally a Republican. Period.
I don't give a fuck.
He talked about transgender the other day. Talking about a transgender person. This is Republican shit. Oh, Biden, he ain't in office. He's sleepy. He ain't taking care of nothing. The people walk. That's some Republican shit, bro.
But I bet you wish. I wish you wish he was in office sleeping now, motherfucker.
Dumb motherfucker.
But dude, you gotta cut that shit out. But that shit is not good, man. This is serious fucking times. And you was a very unserious person. Dude, cut that shit out. And motherfucker, and look, y'all in the media, mainstream media, especially, y'all gotta cut that shit out. Look, y'all ain't doing this shit for ratings because you want ratings. You want people to tune in. You want eyes on your shit. I get that. But it's better way to do it. Look, right now, the country is fucked up. And the country is about to get more fucked up. Do you know how bad shit is going to be with Kash Patel running the FBI? With Pete Hegseth running the motherfucking DOD. With this idiot, this unqualified fucking idiot that's in charge of that got the spot that motherfucking dude just had. Damn it, I keep forgetting. But anyway, he unqualified. You have planes.
Department of Transportation.
Yeah, Department of Transportation. You have planes, plane crashes falling out the sky on a weekly basis. That started when he started fucking with the FAA. Dude.
Those people alive, man.
Yeah. This is bad. Y'all gotta cut that shit out.
Even with the pandemic, how many people was off with that? Like, this dude don't give a fuck about nobody's life, bro.
Okay, well, we already know that. I done pointed that out because people are going to lose their lives fucking with this motherfucker. But they ain't gonna take blame for it. Fucking idiots.
We already said when the joint began, and we just want to make it through this 4 years alive first.
Alive.
That's it. Because this nigga try to kill people, bro. This nigga's a killer. From the motherfucking pandemic to taking women's rights away, women dying all over the place. People were dying from the pandemic. This nigga a piece of shit. He don't give a fuck about nobody's life. Fuck him. That's why I don't like him, bro. Everybody asks, why you can't stand a nigga like that? He's a piece of shit. Redneck, orange demon pig. Appreciate everybody though. You know what I'm saying? They come. You want to talk about the DNC chair before we leave, or you want to wait tomorrow? You good?
We can go.
You pull it up now, huh? Yeah. But man, these motherfuckers, man, got to stop the bullshit.
There you go.
Motherfuckers.
Now, I just want to introduce everybody to Miss Raina Walters, who is the new vice chair of civic engagement and voter participation of the Democratic National Party. Raina Walters Morgan, that's her name. And she is one of a couple of black women in leadership role in the party now. As we show you again, black women are going to lead the way. But she's an attorney, and she has a vision for this party to fight back. And this is what she says she's going to do in her role as vice chair of civic engagement and voter participation, which will fight back against Donald Trump's voter suppression agenda. Y'all get that? She is taking on the fight against his voter suppression agenda, which includes gerrymandering, these dumbass voter ID laws, redlining districts, and all this other shit they doing to try to suppress the vote, especially the black vote, because they don't want you to vote. Like I told you 1,000 times, if your vote didn't mean anything, they wouldn't be trying so hard to take it from you.
Best believe that one.
You know, and like you said, we got a lot of work to do. But I just want to take a little time, to try to introduce you to the new faces that's out there that's doing things.
That's for goddamn sure.
And one of the things, that she does and that I like and that I got on one of my feeds today is she puts out stuff like this. And where people are asking, well, what the Democrats said? What the Democrats doing? What they doing? What Democrats did today, February 20th, 2025. Every single Senate Democrat voted against confirming Cash Patel as FBI director. Is that a good thing? You're going to find out real soon with this maniac in charge of the FBI. We know that the DNC filed a brief with the Ninth Circuit Court to counter Republican attempts to outlaw most mail and early voting in Nevada. So, that is what she says. She's fighting against voter suppression. Which, that's one of her things. And in Nevada, they're trying to outlaw, the Republicans want to outlaw mail-in voting and early voting. But what's the problem? New York Attorney General Letitia James, Miss Letitia James, led a multi-state coalition to take legal action against Trump and Musk's efforts to shut down the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Exactly. Protect your money if you're getting gypped. Nevada State Democrats introduced a bill to make IVF treatments a right. So if you want to have a kid, you got a right to get you some in vitro fertilization. Under state law, increased protections to fertility treatments. And in Missouri, Senate Democrats voted unanimously on legislation to help Missouri seniors afford the rising cost of electricity.
All right.
See, we haven't talked about that. See, I want to introduce people like this, and there's other people that we're going to introduce.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That are doing things, and this is one of the things that I said, and we said, that Democrats need to do.
Yeah.
Y'all need, if no matter how big or small, you need to put it out there.
And plus, motherfucker, Crockett gonna have a daily briefing for y'all. She said she set up a daily briefing. She gonna come on TV every day and tell y'all what the fuck we've been going on that day and what Trump did. So that's something we said. I'm starting to think y'all motherfuckers are listening to us and not giving us credit now. Y'all can't do that now. Y'all can't listen to us, take our shit, and don't say y'all even listen to us. Don't do us like that now. We coming out the streets, but goddamn, don't do us like that. Goddamn.
Well, I just want to introduce y'all some of the new leadership in our DNC and what they're doing. And this is, this is a step in the right direction because you got to counter some of the shit that they putting out there. Because they got a bigger media ecosystem than we got right now. But you got to use what you got. And
hold on.
Some people might say it's small, but
before we got here though, we gotta explain to the naive black people, right? What we mean by when Republicans are blocking black people votes. For example, gerrymandering. This is one example. So if you're a black man, you feel like, I get to vote anytime. Ain't nobody stop me from voting. That's cool, yeah. But wherever you at, they're just, for example, wherever you live at, right? Let's say wherever you live at is full of Democrats. And the next state over is full of Republicans, but y'all got a little blending state in the middle, right? Republicans are redraw the district.
Yep.
So that it will have more Republican votes on one side than there is in the Democratic side.
Yeah.
Just that alone. You going to vote, yeah, but your vote is being minimized in one corner throughout the whole state. He getting the most votes. You see what I'm saying? Even though you're getting a vote, but by them gerrymandering and redrawing your district,
right?
Squeezing it or opening it up or making it so that he getting the most Republican votes out of this district and squeezing out Democratic votes. So now the Democratic votes is not as much of a problem for him what it normally be in this state. You see what I'm saying? So it's an illusion. So that's how you get a Marjorie Green in a state where they probably don't even believe nothing she said out of her fucking mouth. But they done redrew the shit where she gonna get elected no matter what. So you as a black person might be voting for somebody opposite that's for your values, but your vote not gonna count because they redrew the district. So therefore, your vote is blunted.
Well, Rodney, let me say this.
Rodney,
you 60 years old.
We some dumb fucks off the street, but listen.
I had no problem voting. I'm 54, and I never had no problem voting either. It's no problem where I live at.
We in DC.
And maybe, I don't know where you live at, and maybe where you live at, it is no problem. But in some areas, it is a problem because they're making it harder for the people to vote.
Exactly.
With vote ID laws, and they, as we talk about gerrymander, withdrawing the district, redrawing the map, basically.
Yeah.
At some places they're making it harder for people to get out and vote, and which is fucking wrong.
For example, if you got an old population of black people in a certain county and district, it's hard for them to get to the voting booth. So what they do things where they collaborate with their church. The church takes them to the voting booths and all that. If Republicans block them from churches from picking them up, it's hard for them to get it. Something like that. Small shit like that, y'all don't think about, but Republicans are actually doing stuff like that to stop old black people from voting.
Because if you get, look, it's
that's votes missing,
and it's some places, and especially it hurts out in rural areas, or where people can't get to get out as much, or they might have to travel far because look, especially with a lot of older people don't drive anymore.
Exactly, man.
A lot of older people, and then when you withdraw shit, and then you make them have to go even further, or you shut down certain polling places and do this, that, and the third.
Then someone would be like, I just can't
people
vote.
Like, I just can't do it. So every person that don't vote is a lost vote.
Exactly, Rodney.
So
I mean, we just explain you certain little ways that votes are blocked that you're not paying attention to. You might not even realize that's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Like I say, I live in Maryland, so I don't have that problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in DC, we ain't got to worry about that wild shit. We are the majority here. We'll fuck you up here.
You tell me where my polling place is, I go to my polling place. Or say if I'm not in that area, and I can go to a different polling place and vote. But if I vote at a different polling place, my vote won't be counted till they do the I think the provisionals or something like that. But my vote still be counted.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem here. And there's a lot of places that you don't have it. But in a lot of places, and it don't happen, it really happened in these Republican states. Well, there it's in the Alabamas, the Mississippis, and shit like that, where they'll do shit to suppress the vote and just make people even say, fuck it, I'm not going to vote. I'm not going through all this.
Exactly, yeah. It makes it hard.
And stay home.
Give them 3 or 4 hurdles to jump over.
Right.
The third one is be like, I go back in the house. I ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah. And I mean, that's some bullshit in the end, because look.
Just a small explanation, Rodney. You know what I'm saying? We're giving you certain examples of them shaving off black votes. That's it.
They do it. I mean, that's a problem, because every vote should count, because in this country, it's a right you're born with. Everybody got the right, one person, one vote. One person, one vote. So if you make it harder for that person to vote and say, well, you can't vote because of such and such and such, and then you always got shit like militia motherfuckers standing outside of the motherfucking voting places, intimidating people about going in. I wish the fuck I would have motherfucker tell me I can't go in and vote. I choke the fuck out you. But you got all kind of stupid shit to keep people from voting. You know what I'm saying? And let the people speak. Like I say like now, I don't got a problem with the direction people think the country should go in. I got a problem with the motherfucker who doing it and the reasons why he doing it. And I just think if you can't see that he's a racist, a misogynist, he just ain't shit. And the people that he got in there with him ain't shit. And they don't have only thing they care about is themselves and their money. They don't care about the fucking people. If people cannot see that, then I don't know what to tell you, and I hope it work out for you in the end. But if we gonna have a legitimate conversation about which direction you think the country should go in, let's have that conversation. But when you got a motherfucker known racist, a known bigot, and he got a bunch of bigots and racists in office with him,
won't get us to go along with none of that.
I'm not going for that.
I'm sorry, my guy.
I got a big problem.
I'm sorry, my guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't do it.
I didn't like Reagan.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I didn't like Reagan. I didn't like H.W. Bush. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like W. I can't. But this
nigga motherfucker right here is not that.
But
this is a racist extreme pig,
and
KKK type shit.
Like
those just bigots.
Yeah, like look. The thing about Reagan is this: just like Trump, we knew that motherfucker that Ronald Reagan was a racist and a bigot. We knew this coming up. We knew this.
Now we don't realize there's levels to this racism because Trump him.
And we knew that nothing that he done would benefit us. Look what happened to our communities under his watch. Look what happened to our communities. Because you can go back and you can look it up, how the crack epidemic came to be and how it got in our communities. So we knew what was up there, just like we know what was up with Donald Trump. And we know that he's a bigot, a racist, and you can go over his history. And anybody that don't see that, I mean, get your eyes checked in my book, but.
Exactly. Now, we appreciate everybody taking time out to like, subscribe, and get us subs. We're trying to get to 500 subs before the end of the month. We appreciate y'all. If y'all could just help us out on that. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all a whole lot. Motherfuckers that take the time out to listen to these motherfuckers walking off the streets. We're not political scientists. We're not ex-athletes. We're not none of that shit. We just like you, motherfucker. We just walking off the streets. Ex-dope dealers, ex-fellas. And me and my man met on the job site. So we're well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? But I want to give a shout out to one of our motherfucking hoodies. We want to motherfucking make sure that we give our shouts out to the people that's following us since the beginning of this shit, man. We had 350 some motherfucking subscribers. And each and every one of y'all that took time out to subscribe, we appreciate each and every one of y'all for taking that time out for sure. And each and every one of y'all is part of this motherfucking Hoodies Nation. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all a whole lot because we're going to do this thing from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? From each and every one to earn each and every sub. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason you sub to us, we want to make sure that we earn it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give shouts out to one of our top motherfucking hoodies before we get out of here. Is motherfucker that leave us motherfucking messages. Let us know where all the coons at. He sniff them out for us and all that good shit. I appreciate him a whole lot for that. It's Reef, my man Reef on Instagram. If anybody don't know, check him out. You know what I'm saying, dog? Just in case we missed it. You know what I'm saying? DC, baby! Appreciate y'all, each and every one of y'all stepping through, giving us a shout out, taking time out to see your boys. Shout out to Real, our motherfucking hoodie awards winners for the month. We appreciate you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Oh, you don't take them out.
I'm gone.
Appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody. Take your time on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, whatever you want. Appreciate you a whole lot. Black and I'm proud, baby.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people.